My name's Jenny Sieck, and I'm really happy that you're here today. And I'm going to talk tonight about working with the Archetypal Tarot. So Tarot is a system. It is a tool to use to talk about symbols in the world and to talk about stories that we are destined as a culture and as cultures in the world to tell. So the Tarot is just a map. It's a hypothetical map about what these stories that we're telling are about. It's broken down into several different subsets, and the subsets are the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana, it's the big stories that we tell in our lives, stories that sometimes we get stuck in, stories that sometimes we tell too long, or stories that we're afraid to tell as we move into another place in our lives. The minor arcana is based on wands, swords, cups, and pentacles. And those are the four suits. Those are the archetypal energies, the elemental energies, earth, air, fire, and water, that when our indigenous brothers and sisters walked the earth, they were reliant on to figure out how to get through the day, to get through their lives. They were life and death issues. And they speak to us now through our types. If you guys are familiar with the idea of the Myers-Briggs, how many of you guys are familiar? So those typologies, earth, air, fire, and water, earth, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energies, grounding energies, energies that have to do with security and home and centeredness, are earth signs, and that's the pentacles. Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, are the water energies. They're about relationship. They're about the imagination. They're free-flowing energies. The fire energies are Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. These are intention-setting energies. They're energies that are innately intuitive, and which one am I forgetting? The air energies, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, are the energies that have to do with recognizing where opportunity or energy is in a situation. So they're movement-oriented energies. The energies of the wands and the energies of the cups are internal energies. So they're much more feminine energies sometimes. The energies of the earth and the air are more masculine or external energies. Now, some of these archetypes may be too rigid for your liking, which is totally cool. It's just that in indigenous nature-based cultures, these distinctions were important in terms of the structure of the tribe, in terms of the structure of the idea that we lived in a hunter-gatherer culture. So I'll show you how that plays out in the Tarot as well. The first thing I thought that I would do was pass around just a section of a deck to each of you so that you can look at the images. We make these things really complex in our very multifaceted, head-based culture. But what these are symbols and stories that we are destined to tell in our lives. And the clarity with which we tell them has to do with noticing in our bodies where the energy is. So when we're telling a story too long in our life, there isn't any embodied energy there. There's a lethargy or a frustration. Our culture, unfortunately, often encourages us to tell stories that are not our own stories. Our culture, because it is primarily an ego-based culture, often strips us of our power. So our job is to figure out where that power is in ourselves and to live authentic lives where we tell stories that are alive in us throughout our experience. So the Tarot is a tool to do that, and whether you're reading for other people or you're reading for yourself, your job is to notice where the energy is in your client, where the energy is, and everything about that, how your client holds their body, where their energy seems concentrated, where it seems lacking, and where the energy is in yourself as you start to invite these symbols in. So I'm going to pass around a couple decks. If you guys just all take a chunk of these decks, just a short stack. Just take a short stack, however many. Here you go. Wonderful. Yeah. Just pass them on. Here. And this is how the Tarot speaks to us. It speaks to us through living images. It's what Jung calls the synchronicity principle. So when we go out into the world and we're excited by a sound, we're excited by a thought, we're excited by an image, we know that that's calling to us. That image is alive in our lives. It's speaking to us on an innate level. Now, Jung called it the collective unconscious. And we feel it strongly when we go out and connect with nature and when we go out and connect with our artistic or creative selves. So